right, I've noticed that Dollar Tree has been putting out some new products for the fall, baking products, and one of this is Perfectly Pumpkin Cookie Mix. So I picked one up at Dollar Tree and we're going to give it a try. It's Pillsbury, limited edition. Just happened to be there. I've seen other things, sort of fall things there, and they don't last long. I picked up one, it was pumpkin bread. And I picked, I think, one or two up, and I thought, I'll go back and get some more. And by the time I walked around the store back to the bakery section, the entire box was gone. So if you see this, I'd grab it or anything else because they go really fast. This video is part of a collaboration named Flower It Up, and it is hosted by Ashley and Amy Martin of Martin Midlife Misadventures. They live off-grid, self-sufficient, prepper, the whole 9 yards, and they host this collaboration every Friday. Hashtag Flower It Up. Anything you can make, bake, cook that uses flour. So that's what we're doing today. All right, I have preheated the oven to 375 as per the directions, and I've already kind of started here. These this cookie mix, like other Dollar Tree cookie and muffin mixes, are really, really simple. You just have to add the minimum of ingredients. And this one, it was 3 tablespoons of butter or margarine and 1 tablespoon of water. In the directions, it said to make sure the butter or margarine was really, really soft. So I did. I have this spreadable margarine that I used, and even at the spreadable state, I didn't think it was soft enough. So I set it out ahead of time, 3 tablespoons, and now it's definitely soft enough. So I'm going to go ahead and use the same tablespoon here and add the tablespoon of water that they want to. Okay, let's get that in there. All right, this is what the mix looks like. It's a very, very light orange color, really light, probably a lot like the package, and it has a real strong pumpkin spice smell. So I'm going to start putting that in real slow and mixing it up. It says to mix it up until a soft dough forms. Smells good. It says it makes 12 cookies using a tablespoon. So I have a scoop. I think it's, I'm not sure what the size is, but I'll find out, and then we'll find out how many cookies it makes using that scoop that I already have. And here's the final pour from the bag. And I'm going to go ahead and mix that in. Okay, here's the dough. Makes maybe a cup of dough. It's hard for me to tell. Package has 6.5 ounces, which is almost a cup, which is 8 ounces. So this seems a little soft to me right now, so I'm going to pop it in the refrigerator for a few minutes and get the dough hardened up a little bit. Then we'll go ahead and scoop it on the cookie sheet. All right, I let this batter chill for about 20 minutes, a little firmer now. And I have my scoop, which is about a tablespoon. I have preheated the oven to 375, I think is what they asked for. Yeah, so that's going in parchment paper. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting the cookies here on the parchment paper. I'm going to put them out in balls. There, I've moved them for a better view of what's going on. There we go. I'm just going to keep going. I have about 6 here already, and I might very well get 12. Well, I've gotten 12, and there's a little bit left here, so I'm going to finish that the next round. All right, I had a fork and I was ready to flatten these, but I think I'm not going to. It doesn't say so in the directions, and I want to follow exactly what this says. It said to put the rounded tablespoons, and they are rounded, and we will see what they do if you follow the directions exactly. I'm going to put it in. It says, I think 12 to 14 minutes, but I need to watch my oven. So here they are. I took them out after 10 minutes. It said 12 to 14, but my oven runs a little hot, and the bottoms were starting to get brown. So I took them out, and I'm really glad I didn't flatten them because I love this crinkle thing happening here. I have probably the equivalent of 2, maybe 3 left. So I have a dozen. My scoop was a little smaller than than a tablespoon scoop. But if you have a tablespoon scoop, you will come up with a 12, I'm sure. This is very promising. I'm going to let these cool. I'm going to put the rest of these in, and then we'll test it. Here's how the cookies came out. Isn't that a great pattern? I love that crinkle. The backs were nicely browned. They are very nice and crisp. Let me crack one. There you go. All the crumbs fell on the floor, but we will survive. Here's what they look like inside. They are just delicious. Also, I didn't do the taste test yesterday. Well, I did kind of. I just pulled these out of the oven and somebody came by and we taste tested them ourselves, and they're good. If I see more of these packages at Dollar Tree, I'll pick them up. These are so good. They're very tasty, and I think they'd be great additions to my Christmas baking. But if you see them, pick them up immediately. I've noticed all of the seasonal items there in the baking area go real fast. So thank you so much for watching.